Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and I'll bet you won't see this story on the evening news because this right here, this is the good stuff. Like most of you, I hardly ever watch the news anymore because I'm tired of only seeing negative stuff and never ever hearing of all the great stuff that happens right here in our own backyard. So knowing that good stuff happens all around us every day, our agency decided to start a new program, The Good Stuff, so our citizens can enjoy hearing about the great work our team and our citizens do to save, impact, and forever change lives. You know, stuff like what happened on Sunday, March 13th, when the veterans at USA River Rats and AM Vets Post 893 in Rockledge honored Field Training Officer Donald Flamio of our Cape Canaveral precinct as their 2020 First Responder of the Year. FTO Flamio was recognized as their First Responder of the Year following two separate life-saving events that demonstrated Don's courage, bravery, and compassion for others. The first incident occurred on April 6th of 2020 when Don responded to a residence in Cocoa Beach regarding a male who just suffered a massive heart attack and was not conscious or breathing. Upon arrival at the scene, FTO Flamio began life-saving measures by initiating CPR. Don continued his life-saving efforts until additional deputies arrived on scene and deployed an AED while FTO Flamio continued to administer CPR. As Don and our deputies frantically worked to save the man's life, members of the Cape Canaveral Fire Rescue and Brevard County Fire Rescue arrived on scene and assumed primary care of the patient, who subsequently regained consciousness and began breathing on his own. The patient eventually made a full recovery, and there is no question that FTO Flamio's quick thinking and life-saving efforts helped to keep him alive. As if that were not enough, just 10 days later, on April 16th, FTO Flamio responded to a residence in Cape Canaveral regarding a residential fire. FTO Flamio was the first to arrive on scene and relayed to other units that there were large amounts of smoke coming from inside the residence. Don also learned from a neighbor that the homeowner, an elderly handicapped person, was still inside and unable to get out. FTO Flamio immediately ran toward the residence and discovered that the resident was trapped in a bedroom that was quickly filling with smoke. FTO Flamio, without hesitation, made entry into the bedroom by breaking out a bedroom window. After crawling through the broken window, FTO Flamio located the resident lying on the bedroom floor, unable to escape from the residence. With the assistance of other deputies who soon arrived on scene, Don was able to successfully rescue the resident by taking him outside the residence through the broken window where he had first gained entry into the home. After making sure that the resident was safe, FTO Flamio learned that the homeowner's dog was still inside the burning residence. So Don returned inside the house, located the dog, which was safely reunited with his owner. FTO Flamio's actions displayed unusual courage, bravery, and selflessness during both of these calls for service, where under true emergency circumstances, he acted without hesitation to help save the lives of all involved. We truly can't thank the members of the USA River Rats and AM Vets Post 893 in Rockledge enough for recognizing FTO Flamio, who was joined at the presentation by members of his family and also the Merritt Island Volunteer Fire Department, where Don in his spare time serves as a volunteer. You know, I tell people all the time that I'm surrounded by an amazing team who do amazing things every day to protect our citizens. And FTO Don Flamio is a perfect example of just how true that statement really is. Great job, Don. I couldn't be more proud of you. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you next time on The Good Stuff.